Happy Friday, everybody. Mandy Watkins here, your Hope Dealer, live at 2:08 p.m. on this Friday. And share something that's super important for you to hear. You know, this week, somebody asked me, and do me a favor, give me a hashtag live if you're catching this live, or a hashtag replay if you're catching the replay. Somebody asked me this week, what drives you? You know, I've been really digging into my mission and what matters most to me, because it's super important to have clarity on what matters most to you. Because if you know what matters most to you, the path becomes clearer. You have clarity, right? So in the last month, I've really honed in on my mission statement, on what matters most to me, on how I want to show up daily, my values, and that is really the foundation of helping me do what I do and how I do it from day to day. So somebody asked me, what drives you? And, you know, so many things drives me. God, health, wellness, helping people. But if I could put it in one sentence, I was thinking about this. What drives me every day? What gets me excited? What I'm super, super duper passionate about that I want to speak to you today is helping people not play small anymore. Helping people not play small. Helping people see their potential, sometimes before they see it themselves, but not just to see it, to help them ignite it, and use it to bless the world around them. So there was a time where I didn't always feel this way. I didn't always feel like I was fully using my God-given gifts and talents. But through a series of different circumstances and resistance, and hear me when I tell you this, resistance, challenges, leaving things behind that no longer belonged in my life, leaving businesses behind that no longer belonged in my life, through change, through getting uncomfortable, through becoming clear, through getting uncomfortable, I became clear on what matters most to me. And so today I hope that I can share some things with you that will help provide some clarity and hopefully will lead you to decide that you're going to stop playing small, okay? How many of you guys have, a job that you do, okay? Maybe you love your job as a career, right? And you love what you do, but you feel like there's something in your soul, like there's more. There's something else that you know that's just so specific to you, that drives you, that you wish you could share with the world. And maybe you can't even put your finger on it right now, right? But the way I could describe it is it's like this feeling inside your gut where you just kind of feel like, if you had to put a description on it, it feels like this. Man, I know I'm meant to do more. I love what I do here. I love my brick and mortar job, but I know I'm meant to do more. And that is not odd, it's God. It's not a coincidence. It's something that inside of you is trying to come out. And today I hope it will. I hope I will help you ignite that so that it does come out. Oftentimes, guys, we settle and we hold ourselves back. We think this is as good as it gets. We think, okay, well, I'm paying the bills. I have a job. It's a great career. And you're still feeling that feeling. Now, am I saying that you have to feel like you're on top of the world every day? No. But am I saying to pay attention if you're feeling that calling inside your soul that says, I'm meant to do more? Absolutely, because oftentimes the indication of resistance, the presence of resistance or stirring in your soul is really an indication that something needs to change, that you need to take action. Okay, for example, 8 years ago, I was a social worker of over 15 years in mental health. I loved helping people. I loved working with developmentally disabled and mentally ill people. I loved that population. But I was exhausted. My family was getting the last of me, not the best of me. I was feeling like I could still help people, but I needed to leave something behind in order to step forward. And that meant for me at that time, I left my career behind because I wanted to have more time with my son. I didn't want to miss any more moments. I didn't want to be exhausted and burned out and feel like my full skills and talents weren't utilized to the best of my God-given ability. Maybe I wasn't able to articulate it at that time, but I just knew that something had to change. Maybe that's where you're at today. Maybe you feel like something has to change. And you don't know how to articulate it, but you just know that you are feeling a little bit uneasy with the way things are. Because there's a song in your soul that isn't expressed. There's a passion in your heart that has been buried for far too long. Is that you today? Maybe there's an experience you've had in the past that now has pretty much rewritten the chapter and the MP3 song you keep playing over in your head that says, it must not be meant for me. I must not be meant to succeed because look, I didn't succeed there. Maybe that's what's happening to you right now. I don't know, is it? It is time to stop playing small. 11 months ago, let me tell you where I was at. I had been in business in network marketing because I had given my career, right? 8 years ago, and I created success and freedom, but there was a stirring in my soul that made me leave 2 of those other businesses behind because it no longer resonated. There was resistance I had to go through. That was not easy. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, that's going to be easy to leave all this behind, people behind. It wasn't easy. But I was listening to something in my soul, in my heart, that told me I was no longer joyful. I was not meant to be where I was at anymore. And I took a courageous step forward to say, I'm going to listen to that. So I found myself 11 months ago broken and knowing, man, I gave up my social work career. I wanted to make an impact in the world around me. And I knew the social media platform allowed me to do that. But I knew that I no longer belonged in those other spaces. So I wasn't sure what that meant for me. That's where I was. I was tired of being on constant calls and creating less time freedom. But I knew the impact in my heart that I still wanted to make. So God led me here to this company 11 months ago. I prayed for specific things if it was meant to be for me to take another leap. It was a third leap, guys. Hear me when I tell you this. Hear me when I tell you that sometimes people pride themselves on being in one place, miserable. Now, I'm not talking about giving up on things, on relationships. I'm talking about work through those things. Grow yourself to work through those things. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when your time has expired somewhere, where you feel like you are literally withering and dying and your talents and gifts are no longer being utilized. Too many people pride themselves that, well, I have to be stuck there because that's where I am. Why? Are you a tree? No, you're not. Sometimes you got to move, and it's going to create resistance, and it's not going to be easy. And that's where I was 11 months ago, and that's what I did. I prayed because that is the only way I was clear on what I needed to do next. So I walked away, and I stepped into this because God said, one more try. Okay? Guys, because I knew that God wanted more for me. I didn't know how to articulate it. I knew I was sick. I knew I was overwhelmed. I knew I wasn't joyful anymore. I knew I didn't like the way I was leading. I knew I didn't like the way I was feeling that I was putting focus on the accolades and all the carrots that were being dangled in front of me, because that's what I started loving and relying as my success. And finally I was like, I don't want to be this person. This is not who I am. I don't want to be the only one winning. I want to have joy. I want to see other people succeed. I want to see other people smile and have joy. Not for my goals, for their goals. I want to see their goals attained. I want to leave an impact in the world. And I realized that I needed to walk away if I was going to do that. I couldn't stay in the same comfortable spot where I had built things. You feel what I'm saying to you? You feel what I'm putting out to you? This goal is amazing, by the way. So I took a leap. One more try. And it was scary. And I wasn't fully confident, but I had Godfidence. You know why? Because I know if God leads me to it, He is not going to steer me wrong. But I wasn't like, oh yeah, this is easy. So where are you at right now in your life where you think it has to be easy for you to take the next step? Lately, including our amazing pastor's wife and worship ministry leader, Crystal, talked about this on Wednesday about taking the next right step. And I've been hearing this a lot, and it's been God moments in books I'm reading, in sermons, in Wednesday morning Bible studies. Take the next right step. You can't expect for everything to just be perfectly laid out for you on a red carpet. Don't we wish it was like that? It's not like that. Sometimes you just got to ask God, what is the next right step? That's what I did. I didn't even use those words 11 months ago. But it's like so funny how it's played out in the last few months where I'm hearing that a lot. Next right step, next right step, next right step. And guys, I want you to hear me when I tell you this. I am a person who needs to know the whole stairway before I take a step. That's who I've been. So the fact that I've been hearing this in the last few months was further confirmation that that's all we need to do, guys, is just take the next right step forward. That's what I did 11 months ago. I didn't know what was going to happen. I just knew that what I knew was enough to know it was an answer to prayer, and I took the next right step, and I joined this company, and my life and health has changed. But beyond that, the lives of the people who now God brought to me, I wasn't even planning on building a team, have changed. Guys, I need you to connect to this story, because if you don't understand that there's a story behind what I'm telling you, you're not going to connect to it. I just took a step because I knew that I could no longer be stuck there. I just took a step forward. What is the step you need to take today? There are people right now who are like me, maybe, who are broken, who are currently in certain businesses. Let's talk about network marketing. And you think you can't succeed because you're not succeeding there. You think that your measure of success is as good as it gets right there. And you've hit the ceiling of your belief because someone else told you that this is what your success looks like. The business model, the people you're around told you this is as good as it gets. And guess what happens? You start believing it, because I believed it. I believed it. And I couldn't get well in the place I got sick. I couldn't get well. I couldn't grow in the place that was stagnating me and pushing me down and keeping me down. Hear me when I tell you this. Maybe you're there. Maybe you're broken right now. And you're like, but I've invested so many years. I did too. I did too. And you're not having joy. And you think you have a community. But are you winning? Are you succeeding in the way God wants you to succeed beyond a $200, $50 check here and there? I'm not talking even about money. I'm talking about, are you utilizing your God-given skills and your talents and what He's put inside of you? Are you expressing what He's put inside of you in your current space? Is it facilitating the expression of your God-given gifts? Or are you suppressing them because you are so defeated and broken? If that is you, acknowledge it and dare to change it. That's where I was. Guys, like I said, I almost gave up because I was like, I don't want to build the same way anymore. So all these things had to line up in order for me to say yes. And I was courageous enough to ask God for what I was looking for. And that's exactly what He brought me to. Hear me when I tell you. If you get clear on the impact you want to make, on your values, on what matters to you, beyond money, on how you want to leave the world a better place, on how the impact you want to make in people's lives beyond a medal, or walking on a red carpet, or having people clap, or followers, or all that fades. The impact you leave behind when you're no longer here is what lasts. Hear me when I tell you that. If you get clear on that, versus the minutia that doesn't matter of everything else around you, you are going to have the courage, even when you don't have the confidence, to take a step. Because you're going to be clear that you can no longer let your light be dimmed. Let your talents be buried. Let your skills be stagnated. And let fear be the factor that moves you or doesn't move you. You're going to just take steps, and the next step, and the next step, based on what drives you. Like I said, you may be scared, you may lack confidence, and that's okay. Because confidence does change like the weather. If you rely on confidence to take a step, you're never going to take a step consistently. Guys, confidence comes and goes. You might have had a bad day. You might have had a bad experience. You might be in a bad experience right now in a business where you're like, I can't move forward. I can't succeed, because you're using this experience as the litmus test of if you could succeed here. So then you're saying, well, if I had the confidence, maybe I could do it. No. I want you to have the courage and be brave. Be brave enough to say, I was meant for more. I was meant to let my light shine. I was not meant to just look at other people make an impact and an income and feel like my light is being snuffed out by the day, or my talents and skills are buried. I was meant to make an impact, and get clear on that, and then do something about it. Be courageous. And that's okay. If you get clear on that, versus the minutia that doesn't matter of everything else around you, you are going to have the courage, even when you don't have the confidence, to take a step. Because you're going to be clear that you can no longer let your light be dimmed. Let your talents and skills are buried. I was meant to make an impact, and get clear on that, and then do something about it. Be courageous. Stop thinking about what you don't have. Maybe you're like, well, I don't have a lot of friends on Facebook. I don't have a lot of followers, Manny. I don't have a big transformation story. I've never done network marketing. I've never done any kind of business. I'm talking specifically about a business right now because, guys, you'll hear this in my message today here. How this is allowing me to make that impact. Hear me when I tell you. Maybe you don't have a lot of followers or a lot of friends on Facebook. Maybe you've never had success in your business, but there's something that made you say yes to that business because you're like, man, I want to help people lose weight. I want to help people with their fitness and health goals. I want to help people with all those things. And somewhere along the way, you're like, I'm not really helping people, I don't think, or am I helping people? You're all confused, right? You don't know what you're doing because you're defeated. But you do know one thing, or maybe I need to remind you today, that you can make an impact. You were designed to make an impact. You were designed to make an impact that only you can make. Did you know that? Did you know that it doesn't matter how many followers or friends you have on Facebook or what you look like or any of that stuff, friend? Did you know that there's people that only you will reach because there is somebody out there who, when you take a step forward, is going to say to you, thank you. Thank you for having the courage to take a step forward. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for daring to walk away from this business that was no longer growing you, that was just, quite frankly, not allowing you to shine your light. Thank you, because now I have the courage too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, there are people who are waiting for you to take that step that only you can impact. I don't care if you have 200 friends or 2,000. I don't care what your experiences in network marketing has been. And you are letting opinions, you're letting fear, you're letting, well, what are the current people in my current business going to think, or my prior business? What are they going to think? What are you going to think a year from now, 5 years from now? What is God going to think about you not letting that fire in your heart be expressed and blessing the world with it? What are you going to think? Let me ask you another question. What would your kids think? The people you value the most. You tell them, you can do anything. Put your mind to something. Don't stay stuck. If your kids, if the people you've treasured most decided that they were going to stay in a situation that was miserable, would you tell them that it's okay? It's okay to let fear stop you. It's okay to play small. You don't have to go for you don't have to try because it's scary. No, you wouldn't. You'd be like, you could do this. You could do this. You can move forward. You got what it takes. It's scary. You might even fall flat on your face a few times, but you have what it takes because you are fearfully and wonderfully made and you are designed for a purpose. That's what you would say. You need to say that to yourself. I'm saying that to you today. It's time to step up and realize you can make a great impact in the world around you. Who am I? Who are you not? Who are you not showing up as? Stop asking, who are you? Who are you not showing up as? What are you not saying to the world? What are you not blessing the world with? Stop asking if you've got all these skills and talents. You have a unique something that the world needs and you are hiding it. And you're robbing someone of a second chance or of a hope life jacket that only you can give. Because you're too busy thinking you got to stay here and that you don't have anything to offer, and we're going to change that. Stop believing the lies you tell yourself. Stop saying, I don't have the time. Time's going to pass. Time is the most precious thing we all have. How we spend our time is what matters most. Stop believing the lies that you can't. Stop letting fear and opinion stop you. Stop God from the impact he wants to make, not just in you. Hear me when I say this, but through you. Stop thinking that it's just a network marketing gig. Stop being selfish. Stop making it about you only. Guys, God called me here in this platform, and I've become so clear in the last 11 months about why I'm in network marketing. And I'm speaking to a person who needs to hear this today, and I know for a fact that the person who needs to hear it will and has. I know that. God called me here in this space in this non-toxic, clean living space. He called me for something greater. You think you have to be a pastor? You think you have to stand on a stage? You think you have to write a book to be used by God? Those are wonderful things. Don't forget that you can be making an impact and be used with a platform, the right platform, if you have that desire to be used and to make by God and to make that impact. God called me here to make an impact and impact people's health, help them with lifestyle choices and behavior modification and habit changes that will improve their daily quality of life. Not just losing fat, lifestyle choices, habits, things that are holding them back. God called me here to get my health back. God called me here to help me shine a light on Him and His restoring power and the power of what can happen when you step into by just taking the next right step. God called me here to make a big impact and stop playing small and to help others stop playing small in return. Guys, our team is something beautiful here. If you have an impact in your soul that you're not expressing, that says, I'd love to help people live better, healthier, more fulfilling lives, mind, body, spirit. If you have a desire in your soul to shine the light of God on others, that is what our whole team, not just our Hope Dealers Next Door is about, but our whole big team, the biggest team in this company. We are the top team in this company. And when I say top team, I don't say top team to throw a rank around. I say top team because we lead with God, and we are the top team. From the top down, God is number one. That is why people are winning here. Besides the simple business model, besides the amazing product, besides the amazing culture of love, that is not self-serving, but it's about serving everybody else and helping each other. God is in it. God can be in network marketing. It's here. And that's why I'm winning here. That's why I'm loving here every day. That's why my team is here. That's why I built a team when I plan on not building a team. That's why I have people coming to me all the time. I don't feel stressed. That's why I have more time freedom than I ever had in my prior businesses. That's why I feel like I have a platform to shine God's light, because I'm planted in the right place and I have the right platform and I'm aligned with the right people. Make no mistake about it. The people, the platform, your mission matters. Stop playing small. Stop expecting things to happen for you. They won't. Stop thinking it's going to be easy. You're going to have to leave some things behind. You're going to have to give up some things. People who cheer you on and who are your friends are going to cheer you on. And those who don't, were not really your friends anyway. Stop thinking so small about opinions. And think about the opportunity you have to leave a huge impact on the world around you. And for you, it might start with just helping people lose weight, or maybe you getting healthier, or you having a healthier, initiative for your life. But you don't know what will unleash as a result of you having a platform. Just like I've discovered and my team's discovered, and everybody has their own scope and sphere of influence and ability to make an impact. Like I said, the people I impact, the people you impact, the people everybody else impacts, they're totally different people. And the world needs you and me and all of us who want to make an impact. And we have a platform here in our team and a community. And our team is going to do great things for God's glory. So if that resonates with you, if the ability to impact lives, to shine God's light, to help people with healthy, clean, non-toxic living resonates, if the idea of you not playing small resonates anymore, if the idea of do it and do it scared and you won't have to do it alone because we will help you resonates with you, then connect with me. But for whatever you do, stop believing the lies that you can't, that you have to be stuck, and stop ignoring the signs when they keep coming in front of you. And dare to live out your God-given impact that has been perhaps buried for far too long in your soul. And the world needs. Are you gonna stop playing small? Is today the day? If If it is, I'll help you. Let's do this together. We're doing some big things together for God's glory. And there's a seat at the table for you. Stay blessed.